What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Destiny. So, the other night, Bungie released a new update on their website, and in it they detailed quite a few things that they will be changing before the Dark Below DLC, and they've also touched on a few other things that they changed in last week's update. And one of the biggest changes that will be coming before the DLC is dropped, we've already outlined in another video, and that's they've released an infographic containing 7 exotic weapons that quote-unquote will be coming off the workbench after being retooled. Now, I made a video saying that all 7 of these weapons will be receiving buffs because if you take a look at the infographic, 6 out of the 7 are really being buffed for sure. Now, one of them, a lot of people didn't really agree with, and that's when I said the Suros regime could use a buff. And people were like, oh my fucking god, the sky is falling! I see this gun everywhere at PvP. It kills me so often. So that means it's gotta be overpowered, right? Yet, no one in the comments ever mentioned, oh my god, the Suros regime's healing ability actually benefits me inside the game. There's actually a lot of people that didn't know that the Suros regime actually had a healing ability and was supposed to allow you to tank a little bit of damage while you're DPS racing an enemy. So what I'm thinking is since the Mythic class is being buffed in PvE only, doesn't it make sense that the Suros can receive a PvE only buff to this perk as well? Or is it possible that Bungie could actually nerf this weapon by buffing it, by giving it a higher rate of fire, making it harder for you to hit enemies in the head? That way you actually give it more DPS inside of PvE, and you make it harder for people to use it in PvP. But there's no point for Bungie to show 6 or 7 weapons on an infographic that are being buffed, and only one of them being nerfed. So until somebody shows me some clear-cut evidence that the Suros is getting nerfed, I'm going to continue under the impression that Bungie is going to be buffing it. But this is nobody's fault. This isn't my fault. This isn't your fault. This is actually Bungie's fucking fault. What? Well, they released the infographic, so why would they release 7 weapons and only 6 of them are being buffed? And honestly, I just feel like if Bungie would write out their updates in plain fucking English, it'd be a lot easier for people to understand and interpret what the fuck they're talking about. Like, alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the language they use this week. This is an actual excerpt from their goddamn update. So let's read it. The economy of war in the city is being updated, along with the rarest and most unique guns in your rack. Even the marks you've earned will have new buyers. What holds your arsenal craves. I'm saving the numbers for the notes that are being written right now. How about instead of saying stupid shit like that, you just fucking say, hey guys, we're adding new inventory to the vendors, and Eris, the new NPC, will accept black wax idols as currency in the Dark Below DLC. How fucking hard is that? That's actually what's going to be happening in the next update before the DLC, but you wouldn't know it from reading this intentionally vague-ass language that Bungie uses in their updates, which makes people interpret the information in the way they've read it, and when you leave things open to interpretation for people, they can interpret it wrong. And that's going to lead to a lot of angry people when they don't get what they originally interpreted. Like, if I read that and I interpret it as, Bungie's giving blowjobs to everybody. Imagine how disappointed I'm gonna be while I'm standing there with my dick out when the Dark DLC comes out and I'm getting no blowjob from Bungie. It's a terrible situation for everybody involved. Especially Bungie. It's gotta be, ooh yeah. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it, but I get it, Bungie, you know, you want to be cool and intricate with your story and your universe and your immersion outside of the game on Bungie.net, but it's the same thing with the Grimoire. I don't want to go to Bungie.net to read the Grimoire story. Put it in the fucking game. Remember, you are running a business. We're not real guardians. We are fucking customers. Give us the little bit of courtesy as a customer to just be fucking straight with us and not give us this goddamn fucking language that I gotta interpret and figure out exactly what the fuck you're talking about half the time, Bungie. Seriously. So, another change to Destiny that already happened is that if you've been playing for like the last week solo since the update, you'll notice that things might be a little bit harder when you're doing strikes, and that's because Bungie rescaled it to make the enemies do less damage with 3 players in a game. But what happened is they unintentionally upped the damage scale a little bit for solo players. It's a little bit fucked up, but they said they are working on rescaling the solo strike experience to match the previous difficulty, which is actually pretty funny because, you know, I was thinking, I was like, man, instead of working on damage and scaling inside the game, why don't they ever work on enemy count and health? Like, that's the biggest problem I've noticed with any of these strikes is the boss's fucking health. We've already seen it with Fogoth in the summoning pits. That shit used to take like a half hour to whittle his health down and kill him. Like, now if you take a look at like Valis Tarak and, you know, Archon Priest, they have so much fucking health, especially when both fucking bosses send like 30 mobs at you to deal with them. And when you're talking about strikes and nightfall strikes, weekly heroic strikes, you're talking about yellow health barred enemies, 30 of them just rushing you. Like, is there a reason why I'm shooting an Archon Priest out of the corner of my eye? I should see 4 captains and 2 servitors coming out of a hole? No! Is there a reason why I'm fighting the Archon Priest on an Arcburn week that the fucking dropship shows up and shoots the living fuck out of me with arc bolts?
This should lead us.
No! That doesn't need to be there. Bungie, if you want to work on the difficulty in the game, stop fucking with the damage and the scale and all this shit. Lower some health. Lower some enemy counts out here. I don't need to fight 2 servitors, 2 captains, 4 fucking reavers, and 30 fucking dregs that's dropping off a dropship that is hitting me with arc bolts on an arc burn motherfucking week and I'm on strike when I'm playing solo! Don't need that. It's just, I'm just thinking, you know, if they just worked on that just a little bit, they might have it to where it is perfectly. But I still enjoy the game. I love it. I play solo, and, you know, it's just, you gotta be a little bit creative when you're playing solo, that's all. And last, of course, they are working on getting a 100% connection rate for everybody still. I know that there are some people out there that have been having connectivity problems, and I actually didn't know about this because nobody's been mentioning it. Like, I guess they just stopped playing. If you came to my channel, you're like, Mac, hey, I'm having connectivity problems. This is my you know, error code, Boar or Aretha Franklin. I don't know what the fuck the goddamn, you know, codes are. But if you're like, hey, Mac, you know, I'm having connectivity issues, I'd be able to see that there's a community problem here. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to make a video on this. Be like, guys, don't worry. There's a little bit of problems right now with the Destiny servers. Bungie said they're working on fixing it, blah, blah, blah. We can also tag Bungie in the title of the video, and every time you like it up, it'll get tweeted out to Bungie's thing. And yeah, we can do shit like that. We've done it on Borderlands, and we've gotten shit fixed before. So you guys, you know, just calm down, come by, let me know when you guys are having problems, and see what we can't do around here. Because, you know, this channel's not just about me. It may be about me and the games I play, but I still make it about my community and the people that follow me. I care about you guys. I care that you can't play the game. It really does. It hurts me inside when you guys can't play the game that you put your hard-earned money on because there's some goddamn connectivity problem. And, you know, I'm not going to blame Bungie on this, too, because there's a lot of problems that can happen with connectivity issues in between you and Bungie's server that they can't really, I guess, plan for. There could be so many server hops, or you could have some type of network issues that you don't even know about inside your house. There's one time that I actually had a whole ass ton of problems with my connections. I was like, why am I lagging so hard? And I had 4 Comcast guys come out here. None of them could fix it. And the last one, I was like, dude, you are not, nope. I've already made him get up on the pole, get underneath the house in the crawl space, and redo my entire wire. And when he was under there, he found that my cables were duct taped together from one of the previous Comcast technicians. I'm not even fucking lying about that. I made a video. I actually posted a picture of my my coupling that was taped together. It was absolutely atrocious. But there's a lot of hiccups that can happen in the system, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys are sticking through with this game because it's just getting better with all these updates. And I'm very, very pleased with how Bungie has been handling it. It was a little rocky there for a minute. I did take a break off of Destiny, but that's what you gotta do. If something is not bringing you joy or happiness, you just gotta back off for a second. Give yourself time to cool down and don't do anything rash like take your game to GameStop and sell it to them for $7.50. It's just... I used to trade games in back in the day. It's just not even worth it anymore. We'll talk about that in another video. So my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on a video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. This is just a little bit of an update on what Bungie has done in the last few weeks and what they're planning on doing before the Dark Below goddamn motherfucking DLC. That is a lot of syllables. Apologize. So, like I said, my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Also, for those of you guys worrying and wondering, that whole spiel actually just took place at 10:13 in the morning. It's too goddamn early for this shit.